The hell happened? Did the stream crash? What the hell? What was the last thing you heard me say? I didn't even know the stream crashed. Oh. Talking to... Yeah, I was talking. Nobody was responding. Then I looked at the screen and I saw it all of a sudden it was crashed. Huh. I don't remember the last thing you guys heard I said. I was there talking probably for a little bit. I don't understand, yeah, something's weird. I don't know. I hope it's not one of those days streaming. What was the last thing you saw me work on? It seems to be running fine now. Except the one window's gone. Let's see what's... Ah, alright. Whatever. It's gonna be one of these days. Let me see. Yeah, I guess I gotta keep an eye on this a little bit more often. Hey, what's up, Joe? Oh well. Joe, you did get my pictures last night, right? No, it's fine. I just want to make sure you got it. You don't have to respond right away. Just want to make sure, that's all. I figured you were busy anyway. Never fails, doesn't it? Right, Raz? You'll get it done. Yeah, the Module cases, they do suck. They're not as user friendly, but once you get used to them, they go pretty fast. I think it was the corner cases that gave me the most trouble, which I'm pretty sure those are the ones giving you the most trouble. But like I said, my corner cases, the bottom bar, like I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the directions online and they're like, put the screw here, and I'm like, there's no hole there. And I went through every part, I'm looking like crazy, and then I'm like, wait a second. If I just Dremel the hole here, that's exactly where they're telling me this hole should be. So I just Dremel the hole through, well, I drilled the hole through, and then it worked. So I think the factory on mine just put the drill holes on the wrong end. Well, not the end, on the wrong side of it. So, and I said screw it, I'm like, I'm not. By the time I call them and ask them and they send me another bar, I said screw it. I just Dremeled into that shit and it worked. I'm like, I'm not waiting 6 months for a bar. Yeah, I told them too. I sent the email. I said, look, your guys are drilling the hole on the wrong side. It should be right here, but you're drilling it on that side and it doesn't work. And they said, oh, we'll let the factory know, but I guess they didn't. I was ready just to start making my own bars because I'm like, I am not waiting. I'm like, I'm getting this shit done. Don't get me wrong, I love the cases. It's just not very great directions. Their directions really need to be updated and user friendly. No, the floating shelf is a nightmare. It is a real nightmare. You might need somebody to help you. I had to lay on my back inside the case and get the adjustable shelf in, and then I had to sort of get a level and sort of level it, but it's really not easy. It's very frustrating. And then the other problem I ran into, which I'm going to utilize, is the plexiglass that comes with it doesn't really hold up a lot of weight. I have just that one lightweight Resident Evil statue on it, and if you look at the plexi now after about a year and a half, it's sort of bowing in a little bit. So my friend, he found a plexiglass site that you could order, thicker, cut perfect sheets, whatever you want. So when I get some money together, I'm going to order a plexiglass sheet that's like about a 1/2 inch to a 45-inch thick, and I'm going to get a thicker one for those adjustable shelves, because I do not trust the one that they gave us. It's good for like a 1/4 scale like this that's kind of lightweight, but if you're going to put a heavier statue on it, two things are a problem. One, if you don't have those screws tightened in with the adjustable, correctly, it'll shift down on you, or the plexiglass will really bow in the center. So I'm gonna probably have to order plexiglass shelves when I get a chance. All I need is 4 though. I'd rather have like a good thick plexiglass shelf there than the thin ones they came with. Like I said, they're good for a 1/4 sideshow statue, but if you're gonna put like a, heavy XM on there, I would not trust it. I mean, it sucks too because I like the adjustable shelves with the clear plexi. I think it's a really nice design. I just wish that they had a better. I wish they had like sort of like a system that could like turn it like with a knot, not just putting a screw in there with the tool, because like it's like if you mess up it falls on you. You'll see, it's a nightmare. But once you get it to where you want it, you're just gonna like don't ever touch it again. Well, the metal bar is like the regular aluminum bars, but the shelf itself is a plexiglass sheet, and it's like a 1/4 inch thick. It's not cheap plexi. It's actually durable plexiglass, but I think it needs to be thicker for the heavy of the statues that are heavy. They have 2 screws that go in the holes into the adjustable shelf on the sides. From it, that's to help it from like not bowing too crazy, but you'll see when you start getting to that point and you put them in, you're going to be like, this is a bitch. But I mean, if you don't want the plexi, you can always cut up a piece of wood and put a piece of wood on it too if you want a piece of wood. So I mean, it doesn't have to be plexiglass, but that's what they give you. Alright, I got some, while the other Aves is going, I have a little bit of free Aves, so let's use my filler item. Popped out this second Power Girl body for the next filler item. As you see, I've been filling. What I did is I built the cabinet first. I got it all done. And then I put the plexiglass in afterwards, the adjustable shelf afterwards. You probably, see, no matter what, it's going to be a bitch. I mean, you sort of have to build the case first and then put the adjustable shelf in because you won't be able to put the plexis on the sides, you know? And don't forget too, yeah, another thing, don't forget too, when you're building your cases, if this case is going next to this case, you don't have to put the plexiglasses in there because when you connect them, you have that opening, you know? I could show you on a video this weekend. But the adjustable shelf, it's a bitch, dude. Trust me, it's a nightmare. See, my mistake was I built all the cases, and then when I put them together, I realized that the plexiglasses that connect to the cases don't need to be in them. So I had to pop them back out, and then when I put the cases together, I had that opening in the inside. So that was my problem. That's another thing they kind of should do. Like, they should do like a welcome to Maju case video type thing. Like, building a Maju case is sort of looking at the directions and sort of like, okay, I see what they're trying to do, but I'm going to do it my way type thing. And I did get this plexiglass cleaner because I got the cleaner off of Amazon. You can't use Windex because Windex will smear the hell out of your plexiglass. You got to get like the plexiglass cleaner. I'll send you a link of the stuff I bought. So I've been cleaning them, and only 2 cases sort of still have the glue smell a little bit, but the rest of them are pretty good now. So I'm pretty happy with that. But I don't think you have glue because you have just the white bottoms. Because you got the white cases, right? Yeah, so you won't have a glue issue. But like I said, if you want to get white felt, you could go to that site and you can put white felt on the bottom. Because the white board might mess up a lot with the paints. Hey, what's up, Iceman? It all depends if you want like felt at the bottom. Hey Alex, how's it going? The glue is glued to the metal frames? Really? Yeah, I don't understand why yours was glued. You'd have to take a picture and show me what was glued. I didn't have any glue on my stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. It's weird because those cases I got from the other guy when I did that Godzilla kit from, his cases were different from mine. Like the felt was different. The backing was different. And the front panels were different. So I'm not sure, like, if they're changing stuff or if there's different factories working on it. So yeah, those cases are sort of not in line with the ones I got. Not that it really matters, but I don't know. Once you get them done, you'd be like, I don't want to do this crap ever again. That's probably what's going to happen. Alright, yeah, send me pics. Let me know about MJ. Still got a little bit more to go on the hair, but we're getting there on her. To do for her is start the shirt. So it's going to be coming around. Where is... Joe, are you still in chat, or are you back to working on your Maji cases? Because I could pull out MJ real quick if you want me to. Alright, I'll pull it out real quick before I start, just so I could do a 360 for you. Still got more to build up, but... So what I'll probably do is, I'm going to build up in the front here more. And then I might build up a little more there, and maybe up here. And I'm probably going to build up more around here. But at least you could see the hand. I gotta clean it up a little bit first. I gotta get in the garage and kind of clean it. But the head works out perfect though. Now that we got the back hidden from that weird hump that was back there, it works out pretty well. But yeah, I just gotta clean it up. I'm gonna have to prime it and kind of work on the front more. So, slowly getting there. Definitely a big change from what you originally had. Yeah, I like the way I like all the flow underneath here and the way I got that going. So, yeah, I just gotta build up here more and stuff. In here, it's got to come out a little bit more. Prime it up and then clean it up some more. I've just been in the hair sculpting mood all week. Between Medusa and that, just non-stop sculpting the hair. Yeah, I was looking at Gwen's artwork too the other day. Kind of was like, after working on yours and then the Medusa, I kind of zoned out a bit. So I was looking at Gwen's and I was like, I think Gwen's might be a little bit easier. Because with MJ, I was just, you know, trying to get all that craziness underneath the arm. Gwen's a little bit easier, I think. Oh, the pout lips on this one? Yeah, I think this Cammy's gonna turn out decent. I think this one will come up pretty decent. If we can get the shirt right, I think it'll look good. Alright, so that's the bottom of the shirt. I got this picture opened up over here. I should probably put it down here. Alright, so we'll be working on the wrinkles. How am I going to do this? He got 11 years? I thought he got let go. I still love the meme of him holding up the Johnson & Johnson's bottle, laughing. I send it to my friends all the time. It's one of my favorite things ever. Just the smile on his face holding it's hilarious. "4 years and 2 months. I'm sure he's gonna love it in prison. He's probably gonna ask for extra lube." That whole situation's a riot. See, I had a conversation with my friends. Like, any of the adults, whatever they do, they do. It doesn't really matter. But when you're doing it to, like, the underage kids, that's kind of like the sketchy stuff. But the adult stuff, whatever Hollywood does as adults, who cares? They're, you know... Really? I have to look into that. That's crazy. That dude thought he was untouchable. There's also a lot of theories that he's the one who had Biggie Smalls offed so he could take over his empire. That's pretty much what a lot of people said happened. Then there's other stories that he was doing all this crazy stuff and Biggie Smalls didn't like what he was doing and then Diddy offed him. So there's a lot of crazy theories running around. Yeah, see, I thought the whole trial was already over with. I didn't know it was still going on. You know what it is? There's just been so much over the past month of just news hitting everywhere. Everything from the video game industry, now Saudi Arabia's buying EA Sports, and then the Charlie Kirk thing, and then it's like just so much coming out. I can't keep up. Oh, okay. 14 months. Yeah. Well, if there's proof that he was doing it to underage kids, he should have got a lot more time. But if he was doing wonky stuff to all the adults in Hollywood, that's on them. That's what my one friend couldn't understand. I kept telling him, it's like, it doesn't matter what the adults are doing. It's what him doing to underage kids is the problem. Because if you ever watched that Corey Feldman movie of how Hollywood targets like kids that have like broken homes or dysfunctional parents, and those are the kids that they target for Hollywood. So that was actually a good movie. If you guys haven't seen it, you should check it out. Let me wash these brushes real quick. Alright, so with Cammy, I'm going to let this cure up. And this is my starting point for all the wrinkles. So looking at the shirt, probably bring wrinkles into this a little bit. Wrinkles down there. Kind of wrinkles underneath here. And then after those are kind of connected to this starting point, I could do the collar afterwards. The collar would be last. But yeah, we want to add wrinkles in here. Around there, under here, and then try to sort of keep the image of the bra a little bit, so this one when it's colored you kind of see it. So that's kind of what we're going to leave this like that. Well, Terrell, if you watch a lot of the videos and a lot of the stuff, like supposedly what they did to Justin Bieber, and also, what's that other kid? He was a young singer, but he's fairly older now. Usher? Was it Usher? Supposedly, that's like when I'm saying like the child grooming is they went after those type of kids. I mean, then again, you don't know if it's true, but there's so much that has come out about it. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there could be a lot of proof, but the government suppressed it because they're like, you know, if this was to come out, people would probably go nuts. But I mean, I wouldn't doubt that they had like wild, crazy sex parties or whatever they were doing. But that's Hollywood, so. Alright, we'll let you cure up. Put you over here. I forgot where I left off with her. Pretty much Devastator. They've always said that if the truth came out, people would be pulling these people out of their homes. Yeah, basically everything's just a stage and a show to us. they're never telling us the full story of what's going on. So whatever's going on, we'll never know. Alright, so outfit is good. So I need to sort of sand and prime. What did I want to do? I think it was the base. Got to get some freeform air on the base today real quick. Sort of get the side duct situated. Yeah, I think our whole entire planet, everything is just a crazy show, and nothing's real. That's why it's best just to sit in the house and work on statues, and then when it's over, it's over. Alright, I need to drill a bunch of holes real quick on this. I'll be right back. Alright. So always make sure that if you ever add eaves or freeform air to a smooth flat base, give yourself notches so stuff bonds a little bit better. Otherwise, if you have like primer on there and you put eaves or freeform air and then it hits it, sometimes it'll split off. So keep that in mind. got here. So I'm not going to fill all this with the freeform air, just side duct area. I just want to get him a little higher and at an angle. And then when we start building up the base with the grass, that's when I'll do the A's build up with the grass in certain areas. And then afterwards we'll fill it in with the clear resin. I kind of want him sort of like at an angle. So we're just going to mix up like freeform air for here. I'll put saran wrap on it, and then afterwards I'll Dremel a hole and we'll make a magnet or something so he clicks onto it. Hey, what's up, streaming? How's it going? Don't worry about it. Just say hi and enjoy whatever the hell I'm doing. Kind of all over the place. Alright, so for the freeform air, it always gets messy. So I got a lot left in here. Stuff goes pretty far. I don't need this much. I think I'll need about that much. A little more. Should be good. I don't think you're supposed to use water for freeform air, but I put it in anyway, because otherwise it just doesn't really mix up that good. I wish they had some other kind of chemical to mix with this stuff. Something like a solvent or safety solvent type stuff. Yeah, this stuff is, it feels like you're mixing up a marshmallow, actually, when you actually use this stuff together. Like, you know, like a melted marshmallow? That's what it feels like. It's just weird, though, because it gets really, really hot the thicker it is, and it cures. And then it becomes hard, as pretty hard like resin. But not as hard as resin. It's still kind of like gritty. So I wouldn't say it's not hard like resin. It cures like resin, but it's almost like when it cures, it's almost like a little bit softer than sheetrock. Because if you took a sand tool and on your Dremel tool and you did sheetrock, like if you grind it out to sheetrock, this sort of kind of does the same thing. So that's kind of like, it feels like a melted marshmallow, but when it cures, it's like sheetrock. I guess that's the best explanation, unless if you never used this stuff before. Except it expands. Maybe that's because I put water in it, but... Hey, butterfly, how's it going? But this stuff does expand. Alright, so now... to make sure this stuff sort of stays, sadly I gotta use the water. Okay, so put her back in. Alright, now baby powder helps with freeform air, but it's not, it's still, I find that it sort of seeps through it in a way, but it'll help with the saran wrap not sticking too much. So you just take some saran wrap like this. And side duck goes like that. So yeah, so what I'll do is I'll have to make here a magnet underneath side duck. kind of like the angle on him like that. Hey Jacob, yeah, I was actually talking to you and I guess the stream went down. So, I don't know how much you heard from me. I was saying a bunch of stuff and then I looked at the stream and I was like, oh crap. I don't know the last thing you heard me say. Oh, well, I think what I said was, whatchamacallit, yeah, catch up in emails. Like I said, wasn't sure if you were, ever coming back. I had no clue. Like I did say in the stream, but I guess the stream went down that I did have a garage kit that somebody gave me at a Jersey Fest show back around 2015, and when I started it, he says, "Yeah, keep going." And then I worked on it a little bit more, and never heard from him. And then a couple weeks later, I sent another email, and then another email, and it got to the point where I was like, "This guy disappeared, so I'm not going to work on this if I'm never going to hear from this guy." So I shelved it. And then every couple of months I would send an email, never got to actually. Then 2 years later I decided, screw it, I'm selling off the kit because like the guy disappeared and I was kind of hoping that you didn't kick the bucket. That's kind of what my fear was. Because you were always good with emails. But yeah, Devastator, I wanted him to get a nice good view of the booty. That's kind of the goal. So he's kind of getting a little bit of a booty shot. Oh, okay. Because, yeah, I think you said, like I said, I think you said you were in the ICU, if I'm not mistaken, and that's when I was like, oh, crap. You know? I think we need to make emergency card in all our wallets, not for if something happens to you, for a family member, but if something happens to you that if you had a pre-order or a kit with somebody or something that the family members know that your statue's still coming in. So it's an emergency statue-related card, not a emergency if you're in the hospital for life or death. At least I should. Sadly, though, I told my friends if I kick the bucket, you guys got to take care of my stuff. And they're like, I'm keeping your shit. I was like, okay. Yeah, but what if the tacos go bad? You can't let tacos go bad. Yeah, I think a couple people would. I told my one friend, I said, if anything happens to me, I got to set up a will so he comes and takes care of the stuff because my cousin will probably just throw it in the trash. He's like, I'm keeping all your shit. I was like, well, you could sell it. He's like, nah. He's like, I'm keeping everything. I said, all right. But if you want to get in line, let me know. No, that's fine, Jacob. I mean, he could have said to me, he just would have been saying, hey, this is Jacob's cousin. He's in the emergency room or in rehab. I would have been like, okay, no problem. You know? That's all he could. I mean, you should have just told him, like, oh, you know, you know, he's in the emergency room. Or he's in rehab or whatever. I guess the reason why I thought something really bad happened to you because I figured you would at least had your phone with you. But maybe just, yeah, like I said, email me and let me know. But I just remember when my father was in rehab, there was a lot of people there that were, I guess, just doing so much rehab they didn't really even mess with their phones. I don't know what I did with the metal rod for her. This wasn't it, was it? No, that's not it. Something else. Ah, okay. That explains it. Alright. Like I say, yeah, I don't want to get too personal, but you're alive now, so that's all that counts. So, we're good. We are good. Can't find the rod. What happened to the rod? I don't know where the rod is for her. I had it somewhere, and I don't have it. Alright, I got sent down the rod for her, where it's probably in a garage somewhere. Okay. That's strange. Alright, I gotta do some searching, otherwise I have to go buy another rod this weekend because I don't know where it is. I thought I left it on the floor, but it's not there. Oh well. Oh, yeah, I might as well go over for you because I'm kind of really don't have much more to do today. But we'll kind of give everybody a rundown, especially Jacob. We'll give the bubble boy a rundown. How about that? Let me just wash my hands real quick. Alright, so this is a Savage Land Peach. No, Misty, I'm sorry. Savage Land Misty. So, the idea... were you not around for the sketches either? I thought you were around for the sketches. Or are you just so drugged up you don't remember? Alright, so this is Savage Land Misty. She's going to have a metal rod, well, a staff. So the idea is this is the outfit. And then this is the head of the staff. Where, like I said, I had a metal rod. I don't know where it's at. It was specifically for her. But now it's gone. So this is a Pokemon head. So that's going to go on the staff. And then we do have the bottom is going to be grass. So we have the skull that's going to go inside the water. Like this or something. And there's going to be grass. And then while you were gone, I sculpted out the outfit to her. So she's got the jeans all torn up around her. Then we have her shirt. Yeah, so you never saw the sketches? Man, I guess you really weren't here for them? I thought you were. Yeah, I'll probably include these and stuff. So the idea was like it's Savage Land Rogue. Then the main sketch was like her with the staff and the skull and side duck. And then this is kind of the outfit. So I still have to do the ropes on her edges with a pouch. So I forgot that. Actually, I still have some of that eaves in there. I probably could put around her now. So that's kind of the idea. We got the necklace to go. So now her suspenders are going to be here on the pouch. So like I said, I still have... Well, I think I need to prime her and sand her before I put those on, actually. So I'm not going to do it now. I got to prime her up and everything. But... So, and if you remember that Savage Land rogue I did a while back with the grass. So I'm going to put all that grass around here at the end with eaves. And then paint it up as I do it. And then we're going to leave the skull in here, and I'm going to pour in clear resin to make a little pond underneath of her. So I still got to finish up the shoelaces and everything, and she's going to be dirty, you know, kind of like dirty like she's in the Savage Land. So you probably missed in the one stream where I put the metal rods here to do the shirt and everything. These are removable with magnets. So these do come apart. Raz was able to get the ball into the hand when he did the print. So that's kind of where we're at with her. So I'm probably gonna... I gotta either do the hair first and then the pouch. I'll probably do the hair first, because if I do the pouch with the rope, it might pop off. I have to figure it out. I have to see. So I still need to prime her up and everything. And then I have to sculpt the hair. But that's where Misty is right now. Yeah, no, this was the voted, one of the votes. This was the Tomb Raider statue. So this was the Tomb Raider. So I'll show you Peach now. So let's pop her to the side. Okay. So this is a Peach. So the idea with this one was the Dominatrix Peach. So her hair goes on her like so. So this is the hair. The crown goes on her too, but I don't have the crown. I'm not gonna try to hold the crown at the moment. So sculpted new boobs on her. Did the little shoulder pieces. So we're working on the midsection now. I did the booty on her and everything, and then we added these tight leggings to her with the boots. I also gave her higher boots or shoes. So this is kind of the sketch we came up with. But things are changed. Things evolved from it, you know. I still got more elements to do. So there's these little Bowser emblems we can print out that we could put on her boots and everything. Yeah, we talked about this is the paint scheme on her. So she's going to be pink latex, black latex, pink latex, and then the boots. You know, we did a lot of sketching with the boots to figure out what we were gonna do. Let's see, where's the... So, this is kind of what we came up with. So it's going to be more like this. So underneath the boots, because, what you would call it, Raccoon got me hooked on those black boots with the red under soles. So we're going to be doing pink underneath her black boots. Yeah, this was the Poison Street Fighter STL, but this head and hair was from a Peach STL. Yeah, these are all STL files. So she did have, so her hand was actually broken. The way they sculpted a hand was actually like broken like this. So this is a different hand for her. So Raz printed out a different hand. So I'm going to be sculpting, I'm not sure, I think this was the piece. I don't remember. I think this was what I was working on. So she's gonna have a different riding crop, because the one that came with her is a little bit eh. It was this one here, but I don't like the way this is too floppy. It might break, so we're gonna kind of. I might be able to utilize this top piece and put it on here. We'll see, but we're making a smaller one, so a different hand on her and everything. So that's kind of where we're at with her. So what I had to do is take down the neck and everything. She's going to be on a different base because she's going to have a throne behind her, but I'm going to print that out down the line. So that's kind of where we're at with this. So this is the Dominatrix Peach. But she's getting there slowly. It's a good sculpt. It's just that we came up with a different design. I still got more to do. Some more elements, some sanding, cleaning up. But that's kind of where we're at with her. Next step is probably sand down the neck, clean up some of this area, and then probably attach the hair and then try to work out the hair with the back. But I have to do her collar first. I do have a couple pictures of how I'm going to do the midsection. So kind of probably put like buckles in the center type thing. She's getting there slowly. So I'm going to have to take this off and then do a cleanup section on her. Yeah, I guess you missed a lot. Kind of been plugging away. Even I missed 2 weeks and you missed a lot. And then the last one is the schoolgirl Cammy. So this is schoolgirl Cammy. So for her idea is we're doing, it's going to be a hat with her hair. The shirt is going to be see-through, sort of like this artwork right there. And then she's going to have a green pleated skirt. So it's going to be red hat, red bra. I sculpted the booty for like the underwear underneath the skirt. So that's going to be red. She's not going to have the arm guards though. So Raz did print these out, but we're going to print out larger hair pieces for her. These are a little too small. I'd rather have larger ones that come down pretty far. And then we're just going to print out a hat too. We're going to put a hat on her. So I already sculpted the bra. But the idea is we're going to put wrinkles, light wrinkles, so it's going to be sort of a see-through shirt that you see some skin and some of the... It's going to be like a lighter type shirt, that's the idea. And she's blowing a kiss, basically. So, I don't know where the hell her arms are over there. So, I remember I primed it, I didn't take out the silly putty. It was kind of funny. We voted on schoolgirl Cammy, and then somebody sent me an email after we did the voting that somebody sculpted one already, but ours is going to be a little different. Yeah, so it's going to look pretty good. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far back. I have the desk. I have to work on the desk a little bit more. Just haven't had the chance to. This was the last time I got as far as the desk. So I have the desk bottom part together. I got these two rods we have to put in, and then after that I have to set up the desk sort of in a way that fits her. So I just got to kind of get the desk lined up. So the idea would be these two rods are in the base, and then the rod that goes in here slides in. And then you could kind of turn the chair, or you could turn this. That's kind of where we're at right now with that. I just haven't had a chance. My past 2 weeks were not good. So that's the desk for her. So the only thing that we have to really print out for now that I can think of is her hair, the hat, and then I got to get the throne printed for Peach. But the guy I know in New Jersey says he's got a little bit of a bigger printer, so he could probably print out the throne. He might have to cut it, but I'll wait till I get a little further. Yeah, you missed a lot. I might as well show you the Medusa I'm working on for a client. I don't think you were in stream when I showed it. I don't think I'm gonna put a tie on her. I kind of want to follow this image, this one here. It's kind of like what I'm more thinking about, this one. I think the tie would take away from the cleavage. But let me move this stuff out of the way. Let me just get her. Yeah, and I finished that Superwoman too I was working on. I posted that on YouTube. She actually sold on eBay too. The guy's supposed to pay me today. Oh, this thing is heavier and heavier every time I lift it. So this is Medusa for a client. So I don't think I ever you ever saw this one. Making a mold. Well, it's not really making a mold to make copies. Too much work. But, so yeah, so this is the Medusa from the Deja Thors. Yeah, so the client sent me this. I've been working on it all summer. So the one idea was he wanted to have her have a chalice. So I said, why don't we have the hair like it's going to give her the chalice. So this is a different hand. And then this is a chalice I had printed out. And it's like that. So all this space is hair now on her. So this is all hair. This pops off, and I'm still working on this part of her hair. Yeah, there's a lot of days of just sculpting hair. This is what I've been doing all week, is this section, this hair up here. And the other thing we did is, since Deja Thors has, he wants her to be more of a queen-like, you know, 'cause she's a queen. So the next step is, what do I do? We had these boots printed out, which are kind of in scale for her. He likes these boots. So we're thinking of maybe making it look like the boot hair is taking off a boot, and the other one's kind of, if I can make it work. It might be too busy, so we might just do it where he just like leaves the boots on the base next to her type thing. And then we had gloves printed out, but I gotta cut them. You know, maybe if like the gloves are kind of around the base type thing. But there's gonna be no base though. He just wants the hair. He has the, what is the dog's name? Lockjaw or something? He has the dog from XM that he's gonna put behind her, so it should work out pretty good. Yeah, this is where I'm at so far. Yeah, a lot of work. It was more work grinding the chair down to get this hair to look a little bit better than to keep the chair as is. So this is the summer big project. This is what I've been working on all summer. I would have had a lot more done, but I had emergencies too with the parents. So oh, and there's something else I got. So I'll show you guys this. I didn't expect to get this, but so this is for myself. So the guy in New Jersey that I know, I met him at the barbecue. He does 3D printing. So he's printed. He's the one that's going to print the throne for us. So he had this Akuma statue, and I told him, I was like, oh man, that's the one I wanted. So he gave this to me as a gift. He printed it, but then he didn't want it, so he gave it to me. So I got an Akuma for myself finally. I didn't expect him to give it to me, but he's like, ah, you take it. So I remember seeing this STL file, and I absolutely loved it. And he just, and it's a 1/4 scale too. So yeah, it's 1/4. He's it's definitely not 1/3. It's 1/4, but he's it's a perfect scale to kind of tower over like a 1/4 character. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, but I'll start probably filling him in a bit here and there. I'll probably do a lot of free-form air filling in him. Actually, I might just foam fill him. But I'm gonna have to make a wooden. I don't like these that go with him. I'm gonna make wooden ones. But yeah, that's awesome Akuma. He did a good job printing it. You could tell he could print big stuff. I mean, you know, look at the size between a little Gatorade bottle and what's in the, like, you could tell the size between a comic book and how big it is, you know. So pretty big. Yeah, his printer, he's got like, I think he said he's got like 3 or 4 printers. It's a pretty decent. I'm not really seeing a lot of problems with it. It's just funny though that I told him, like, yeah, I was like, he showed me the Akuma, and I was like, oh, that's the one I want. I was like, you got the file. I was like, I don't have to ask you to print one out for me. And he's like, I got one, you can have it. He's like, I don't want it. I said, I'll take it. So I'm not sure what printer. I know he said he's got like 3 or 4 of them. He has, and I think the one he said he has could print the throne. But yeah, it's a good job. I mean, I think the only problem was the way they supported it. There's like a, but it's not bad. Yeah, I'm excited about it. This is pretty cool. I haven't had a Kuma in my collection since the Pop Culture Shock Akumas, but I sold those because they were going for like $3,500, and I was like, I don't fucking need this Akuma. I could sell them for $3,500. Screw it. So I sold them. But this one is one I'll definitely do and keep in the collection. It's an awesome sculpt, man. I really like the way he's ripping his shirt and stuff. It's good design. So yeah, this will be done down the line. No, he's printed hollow. It's all hollowed. So there's really not much weight to him. It's all, yeah, it's all hollowed in. And this part comes off. So he's really not that heavy. If I was to fill him in with like resin, then yeah, he would be a nightmare, but I'm gonna fill him in with foam. You know, like the foam you get at Home Depot. He doesn't need to be super heavy. He's too big to. This will cost about, so a gallon, 2 gallons, which is called a gallon kit of resin from Smooth On. This would probably take about a gallon of resin, and that's probably $75 worth of resin, maybe. But nah, I don't need to fill him in. As long as he's filled in with foam for expanding and contracting, we'll be good. But the only thing I wish, though, I like the Akuma head, but I wish it was a little bit more like the Alpha 2. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I can live with it. But the head's printed good. His printer's not bad. So that's pretty cool. So that's kind of like a little bit of a gift. One of the many things I got to do now. So if I could catch up on a lot of commissions, then maybe I could start some of my personal stuff again. And the other thing is, I don't know if Joe's still in chat. I've been working on Joe's hair for his MJ. So, Jacob, that's the head from the hair, the Fathom head. So that's the Fathom head on this sculpt, and that's the hair I've been working on. I don't think you saw the head on this. It's Aspen head, okay. Fathom Aspen, yeah. So that's the head. I gotta work on her hair a little bit more. Yeah, the head is a perfect scale with her, so it worked out pretty good. The only downside, though, is she's leaning a little too forward. I gotta redo the peg to kind of bring her back a little bit more. Because the way the guy sculpted this item is a little bit forward, so I gotta kind of pull her back a little bit. But yeah, that worked out pretty good for her. Oh, it's still on the desk? Man, yeah, I popped off the other head neck. I rebuilt the neck on here, redid the chest, fixed the shirt, and then I started sculpting. One thing though was we printed out a 3D print of her hand in the back of her head because he wanted to have the hand showing. So I put this hand onto her and then I sculpted it. So yeah, you missed a lot on this one. And then I'm working on his Gwen Stacy too, which I don't know if you saw this. she's up next for hair. So here's Gwen. Yeah, you missed out on a lot, dude. So this is his Gwen. I redid the skirt on his, redid the belt, and I redid the shirt and chest. And then this head is actually the same head that's being used for Misty. So it's the same head from the Tomb Raider. So yeah, this one's been all redone. So once MJ is kind of finished up and be ready to be painted, then I'm gonna get onto this one for Joe. I think I still have the Gwen picture in stream. Maybe I don't. No, I took it out. Oh well. Oh yeah, redid the whole skirt, belt, shirt and everything. So the next step is clean her up a little bit, prime her, work out the hands, the hair, and then I gotta sculpt it where the hair is sort of with the glasses on top of the hair head thing. So yep, got a lot more to do on that. I don't know if that's about it. Anything else you missed? Oh, I finished up Power Girl, but I posted that video, and then I also posted the Superwoman from the Power Girl statue. So yeah, so you could, if you're bored, you could check those out on the YouTube channel. Yeah, well, I didn't get anybody asking for it right away, but I put it on eBay, and I got, there was like 80 people watching it, but there was only 3 bids. So, the person who asked to buy the Superwoman right away, I told him, I was like, I'm going to leave it on eBay just to run with it. And he actually saved money compared to what he offered me for what he wanted for, which is fine. Just happy to get it out the door. But so now I got the second filler item that I got going, because I want to get this box out of the house. So this is the other Power Girl I got. So I've been kind of just been chopping this up and using filler. So while I was working on all the hair this week, all that extra Aves, I've been putting on here throughout the week. So I actually got a lot done on this in the week already just by working on the Medusa hair with all the extra Aves. Yeah, I saw that Power Girl that I forgot the name of the company that's producing it. It's got the Sydney Sweeney head, and I love that Sydney Sweeney head, and I was like, if it's an STL file, I would have it printed out for this Power Girl statue. But it's going to be a pre-painted, and I'm not really into this. I like the head, but I'm not really a fan of the sculpt too much, the body, because it's too, it's not like, I love this sculpt because this body is like athletic. But I just wish the head was kind of more of like a little bit different. But the sculpt with the Sydney Sweeney head, the head's great, but the body is a little too cartoonish to me, I guess I would say. So I'm not really interested in dropping all that money for a pre-paint, you know? And the sad thing is, if you ask for a kit, everybody's like, well, the pre-paints are like say $1,000, they're like, well, the kit's $1,000 too. But it's like, well, why are you selling a kit for $1,000 when the pre-paints cost more money? But so I'm happy. I like this sculpt so much because she's athletic and she's got some tone to her. The other Power Girls, like STLs, are kind of too rounded. Yeah, I mean, the Sydney Sweeney head's amazing, but the body is just too... It's like an hourglass, but it's not toned, you know? Like, at least with this body, she's got toned in her arms, she's got tone in her leg muscles. You know, it's just that this one, sadly, the chest wasn't big enough. But I'm sure somebody someday is going to do a really cool Power Girl that's kind of like athletic. You know, she doesn't need to be like over muscular, but I don't want her to be like just boring. Like if you tone up the body a little bit more, you know, athletic build, I would be more into it. So yeah, so this one's going to be another side project just to sell off. Trying to get these side projects out of the house now. So I do have to do some kit reviews. I got a Thundra kit I have to do, and then I got some other kits, so I got to start doing some reviews in those. No, the silent auction on the Jessicas went pretty well. I got a couple offers, and then the one person, he won all three. So that was that worked out pretty well. I don't know how these silent auctions will work out. We'll see. If they don't work out, they'll go on eBay. And then down the line, if the silent auction stuff doesn't really work anymore, I'll just, you know, just put them up on eBay and let them run. Yeah, you weren't around for the silent auction stuff? I can't remember. No, you were around still then, right? But, you know, we'll see. See how things go. Yeah, I still have Mark Newman's Power Girl. I love that one. Of course, I like mine that I redid the chest on it. And I like the second Power Girl from Sideshow. I think the STLs and the fan art Power Girls, they're not bad, but they're not athletic. Like, if you watch did you see the Dazzling Designs Power Girl I just posted on YouTube? I like it, but she's not toned in the body. Like, her hands and feet are a little too small for her. But and just like Prime 1's Power Girl, it looks like it's not even finished. It looks like a rushed sculpt. Her legs are all ballooned. There's no definition in her legs. Where the Sideshow one, there's definition in her legs, which I was like, I'm not dropping like $3,000 on a Prime 1 Power Girl 1/3 that's like blah. So I'm a little picky, I'll admit it, I'm picky. You know, if I'm gonna have the sculpt on my shelf, I really gotta like it. Which one? The second one I just showed you? Yeah, I think they overproduced it. I think that was the problem. I think going forward, if they do another Power Girl, they'll probably do a very small run. Oh, the Mark Newman one? Yeah, I guess a lot of people don't... It seems like a lot of people are kind of moving toward the 3D sculpted stuff compared to the OG stuff. So, I don't know. I guess some people kind of like those better. But I believe Sideshow will do another Power Girl. It's probably within their licensing, but I'm pretty sure they'll probably have to do a smaller run. And I did get that Jacob. I did get that Harley Quinn, the one in the. Not the Hell on Wheels, but the second version, the classic outfit. So I got that through a friend for some work. I'm going to probably redo that one a bit too. Me and Joe are thinking to see if we can find a head for it. We're going to try to find a different head. No, I'm going to keep it as Harley. I like the sculpt. But... oh, Devastator, most definitely. I could tell that there's a bunch of sculpts coming out that are AI generated. Have you know that Google Gemini? So, say you have a picture, right? Like, for instance, you could put a picture of a comic book cover in Gemini and say turn it into a statue, and Gemini turns it into a statue. I was taking all the old artwork of like past comic books, and I would put it into the Gemini, and I would say turn this character into a real life statue, and it would take all the old artwork and turn it into statues. Now sometimes they worked and sometimes they didn't. So but there's a lot of programs coming out now, from what I understand, that can 3D sculpt images. So we're all doomed. We're all going to be on the bread lines waiting for food. Yeah, I saw the video where that new AI came out. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about, but there's another one. And it can fully make commercials now. Almost. Yeah. Well, hopefully I got enough generation of people that are interested in this stuff. And then I think once our generation is gone, the new kids are not going to care about any of this traditional crap. So I do know that they did you see that one comic book show? They kicked out the AI artists. What was it? San Diego Comic-Con, or was it another one? There was a guy selling AI artwork and they kicked him out. So it's a different world, but Oh well. Alright, I think I'm beat. I'm done. I'll try to get everything ready again for next week. Hopefully there's no other emergencies. But I should be able to start plugging away. If I get her neck situated, I'm going to start working on her hair. Get that situated and start working on the outfit more too. But, so you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Jacob, send me an email this weekend. Like I said, I'm going to pull out Supergirl before I ship it to you. Make sure it's all okay. And then pack it back up again. It's going to be a bitch, but I'll do it. Alright, you guys have a good one. And Jacob, glad to see you're back.